So his name is Tim Berger, and almost everyone has heard of a weird chemical student who nearly blew up the entire building. He would like to congratulate all the students on a special day when they all graduate from the University of California and set off for into the greater unknown. Actually, his future is not so unknown because he got an offer to do a summer internship in one of the world's famous chemical companies. So he has an opportunity to get some experience before he starts his PhD program in the fall. He wants to become a real scientist, and if he succeeds in his career, a huge part of this success would be thanks to this university, the professors, and all these amazing people he had met over the past few years. When he was asked to deliver a graduation speech, he was quite surprised because he has never been good at public speaking, and he has never been a straight A student either. Yeah, so he missed a lot of classes, especially during the freshman year, because he couldn't get used to the college setting and the workload he was facing. There were plenty of social events on campus and a lot of parties to go to. So he slacked off in some of the courses and fell behind. He really struggled to catch up with the studies, and so he had to stop partying for a while and took some private lessons instead. Um, Eventually, he managed to keep up with his coursework, and last year he was on the edge of being expelled. He made a tiny mistake in calculations, and there was an explosion that left a huge hole in the wall and made him lose his eyebrows, but luckily they grew back. He was told off for being a troublemaker, and he was severely criticized for putting other students' lives in danger. And after that incident, he had to take a special course about what about safety principles in a lab environment. Taking exams and tests wasn't an enjoyable part of his learning process. However, he somehow managed to pass all the exams. He has never had enough time to prepare for the tests because he worked part-time as a lab technician, and he also signed up for the theater course and spent a lot of time rehearsing for the plays. Once he had no chance to get ready for the exam properly because he rehearsed for a play, and he rehearsed for the play till late, and he just slept for a couple of hours, and when he took an exam, luckily the professor turned out to be a great theater enthusiast, and they end up discussing dramas. So he managed somehow to pass all the exams, and he can't believe that he has never failed a single exam. Some professors even gave him higher grades than he deserved. His academic performance hasn't been perfect. Giving this graduating speech, he has to improvise as usual without much preparation. But he feels grateful for this opportunity to speak in front of all the students on their last day. So he attended different elementary, middle, and high schools, um, and because his family moved from state to state, and he never felt at home anywhere. And when he started school, he was a shy and socially awkward kid. He was good at maths and science, and that is why almost everyone thought he was a nerd. And sometimes he skipped classes just to stay at home and read a book about science. And he didn't even go to a prom because he didn't have a date, and he couldn't wait for the to move on to the next stage of his education and get enrolled in a university. When he got a place at the University of California, he was very excited about it, and unfortunately, his parents weren't able to pay tuition, so he applied for a scholarship and was given a grant from a government fund supporting talented applicants. First, he was enrolled at the Department of Physics, but then he realized that chemistry was his real passion, and so he dropped out of physics class and dropped in chemical class instead. And looking back, he can say that it was the right decision and it was the best choice that he has ever made. He has defended his thesis and got his master's degree, and he is extremely proud of he's extremely proud to be one of the graduates. So he says that these years will always have a special place in his heart, and he advises to stick to your goals, don't be afraid to experiment, work hard, and make your own choices.